Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Asad Yaqub and I am from Lahore, Pakistan, and I teach Ielts here. Once again, I welcome you to my Ielts listening video, and here I am explaining question type and what sort of strategies do you require, what sort of strategies or the type of strategies that you require to deal with these questions. The question type which I am going to discuss now, that is short answer questions. By the way, I'm here at Second Cup and I'm making all these videos from here. This is Express Highway Murray, and on Express Highway you can see this Second Cup, and it's a beautiful place. I'm sitting at the terrace and it's a beautiful cloudy day over here, and I'm making these videos for you. Anyways, let's take a start. Short answer questions. In Ielts listening, there can be short answer question in any section. It can be in section 1, section 2, section 3, section 4. The only difference is if it is in section 1, it's very simple. If it is in section 2, section 3 or 4, it can be a little more complicated. Now, in order to understand short answer question in a good way, it is very important for you guys to understand the WH questions. If you do not understand WH questions, then short answer question will be difficult for you, because in short answer questions they use WH questions, and once you know WH questions, you can easily guess what sort of information you need to answer that question. Before I go on, let me tell you, you have to answer short answer questions in one word, or no more than 2 words, or no more than 3 words. It's just like that. So you need to read the instructions very carefully, whether this short answer question will take 1 word, 2 words, or maximum 3 words. So in short answer questions, they ask you a question with a WH question. Now I'm going to go through some WH questions, and I'm going to tell you, if the WH question is this, it means you need to listen for this type of information. For example, if in WH question there is where means the answer is a place. It can be any place. So if they say, where is the party tonight? Okay, now where is the party tonight means a place or a location where they are going to celebrate the party. So in WH, whenever there is where, it's a place. Then if it is which, we usually use which for things. So if it is which, it means you have to look for things, that what is that thing. If it is when means time. Now it does not mean exactly the clock time, it can be clock time as well. For example, if I say, when is your birthday? You say on 10th of July. When is the party? On Tuesday. So it means it can be the time, it can be the day of the week, it can be the month of the year, right? It can be even the year. For example, when is the next exam? In April 2020, right? When is your wedding? Now when is your wedding? You can answer next month, or you can answer 25th of December, something like that. So whenever there is when means it's basically a time. So when you read the short answer question with when, it means it's going to be a time or day or date of something to happen. After that, if the question starts with what, it means it's a thing. For example, if I say, what is your name? You're going to tell me your name. If I say, what is the plan? Right? Or what are the stages to the plan? So what means it's going to be a thing, and it can be anything, right? Next, why. If WH question starts with why, it means the answer is going to be in the reason, and reason is usually given with because, right? I couldn't go there because I was feeling unwell. Now reason, okay, so why did the student not go to the party? The answer is he was feeling unwell. So there will be a short answer question, but you cannot answer more than 3 words. And by the way, usually your answers are not sentences, right? So why means reason. For reason, they can say the word due to this reason, because of this, for this reason, for, and then all that. So whenever there is why, you need to look for a reason. Who means a person. Who is the caretaker? Then there can be the name, Mr. Evans. Mr. Evans is the caretaker. Who is the next prime minister? Who is the next Prime Minister means the name of the Prime Minister. So remember, we use who for persons. Let me tell you guys, these WH questions are very, very important for short answer questions. If you understand the WH question, you can easily find the answer in the audio. After who, the next is how. Whenever they say how means the method or manner or way something is done. For example, if I say how are you means the way you are, right? If I say how are the photos shot, or how is the picture made, how means the method, manner or way how something is done. So with that they can also use how often. How often means frequency. For example, if they say how often do you go to the parties, how often do you go to the parties means the frequency. So it can be once a week or twice a month, right? So how often means frequency. And by the way, this is a very general, very common question in Ielts speaking part 1. How often do you go out? How often do you watch movies? How often do you listen to music? And like that. So with how, it can be method, manner and way. Now I'm going to make some sentences with all these WH words, and we are going to see what sort of answer do we require. For example, if the question is, which street is the bookshop situated in? Which street? It's the name of a street. Very, very obvious. Next, when is Sarah going to the restaurant? Now when is Sarah going to the restaurant? It means it's going to be a time or a date or a day. For example, when is Sarah going to the restaurant? Monday. On Monday. When is Sarah going to the restaurant? At 9 p.m. When is Sarah going to the restaurant? On 25th December. Understand? Then next, where can you see paintings by Van Gogh? Where can you see? Now where means place. It can be a gallery, or it can be the name of a specific gallery like art gallery, right? In Tate's Britain there is an art gallery. So maybe where can you see paintings by Van Gogh? The answer can be Tate Britain. Tate Britain is basically a sort of gallery in England. Then how many people were at the concert? How many? I told you about how often. How many means number. How far means distance, right? So you need to see the further extensions to these WH questions as well. How many people were at the concert? The answer is simply a number, 500, 1000, 3000 and all that. Why did Rudy telephone his mother? Now this is why. Why means reason. Why did Rudy telephone his mother? There is a reason behind. So if question starts with reason, with why, you need to listen to the audio carefully whenever they use the word due to, because of, because, for this reason, right? So this is how you do it. Next, what did the customer officer find in the man's bag? What did the customs officer find in the man's bag? Now what is thing? Now for example, there are certain contents of the bag. What did the custom officer finds in the man's bag? They can be any object or they can be any item. Who came to the party? Who means person. Who came to the party? Robert came to the party. Julia came to the party, right? Or secretary came to the party. Or student union, union leader came to the party. Next, what happened to the old lady? Now what happened to the old lady actually means there is an incident. There is something that happened. What happened? It can be an event or it can be any incident. How did the student hurt his foot? It can be any explanation, right? Or it can be the way the student hurt his foot. So these are some WH questions and you have to learn them. And again I would say you need to learn further. Whoever, whenever, how far, how often, like that. So you can just go on with some numbers like this and you should practice these WH questions, and once you practice you can easily answer. And let me tell you, by the way guys, short answer questions are common not only in Ielts listening but also in Ielts reading. So in order to do better in Ielts listening and Ielts reading, you should answer WH questions, and these WH questions will help you understand the question. Once you understand the question, find the clue word, then go to the passage or go to the audio, you can find the answer. If you like this video, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe my channel. I also run another channel, Asad Yaqub Vlogs. You can subscribe to that channel as well. Another thing, I teach IELTS online. If you want to join my online IELTS classes, you can contact me for that as well. Once again, let me tell you, here I am at Second Cup Express Highway, Murray, and I'm enjoying my favorite coffee over here and making these short videos on IELTS for you. Thank you. Take good care of yourselves. Asad Yaqub wishes you all the best. Take care. Cheers.